Hey guys, and welcome to my next reaction to Fear the Walking Dead. I'm very excited to be sitting and recording today. Yesterday I had a very bad day. You ever have those days where I think like midway through you just sort of admit defeat and you're like, it's just gonna be a bad day. It's just nothing's gonna go right or everything's... That was my vibe yesterday. So I'm hoping today goes a little bit better. I'm hoping, recording goes, no technological issues, nothing. And I can just enjoy Fear and, have a better day. Let's hope. Let's hope. All right. Yeah, the last episode was something else. I am interested to see who we're going to focus on in this week. And yeah, let's get into it.
¿Te encontraste?
Yo sé que él está ayudando a Ofelia.
Acuérdate que Ofelia ya no está aquí.
Claro. Ella se fue de aquí.
She left.
No, cuídate tú también allá afuera, Luciana.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
Sí.
And we're gonna need Daniel to get in there too. He knows how Victor thinks better than any of us.
Is that why you think we're doing this?
All of us making it, so we gotta do whatever we can to make sure that happens. We gotta use everything we got.
Lucy, it's Daniel. Front hatch is open. The suit was gone.
You go get the weapons. I'll find him.
No, we'll all go.
If we don't leave now, we won't make it to right before dark.
Mija, ¿eres tú?
Daniel, is that you?
Okay, don't shoot them.
Take your masks off!
Daniel, soy yo!
I know who you are.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, man, explain anyway.
What happens when he doesn't remember who you are? Okay, all right, let's go.
La última vez que la vi, ella estaba en un barco. Y esta es una forma de ella de mandarme un mensaje.
No.
Es por eso que estás aquí afuera, por una baraja.
Sí. En el submarino me dijiste, Ofelia no está aquí. Entonces quiere decir que está aquí afuera, en el barco.
No.
Eso no fue lo que quise decir.
Baby. Oh, no.
Ofelia murió en México hace años.
No. Ella está viva. Tú no me dijiste que estoy mejorando.
Estás mejorando, pero estás un error con Ofelia.
Hey, don't touch me.
No,
Mira,
I wouldn't.
yo te estimo mucho, pero Ofelia es mi hija. Estás tratando de ver si puedes ocupar el lugar de Ofelia en mi vida.
Okay. Shit.
Yo siento mucho que tú estés solo.
That's not.
No vas a reemplazar.
All right,
a mi hija.
that's not good. Daniel.
Hablan en serio. Let's go.
No me voy sin Ofelia.
Okay,
Luz.
Daniel.
It's not the dead.
Randy, no.
Oh great.
Time to take a little trip.
Nosotros podemos con ellos.
Ellos son 3 veces más que nosotros, Daniel.
Not scared of these people.
We know,
What's scary is what I'm
sweetie.
gonna have to do to them.
Oh no.
Move your gear and hang it up. Move your gear and hang it up.
Nosotros podemos con ellos.
God, Daniel's gonna get him. Oh no, especially if he's reverting kind of back to older Daniel. And if he thinks that they might be standing in the way of him getting to Ofelia, as sad as that is,
That's not gonna help us make friends.
he's gonna. Oh no. Wow, it's lovely.
Daniel,
Within seconds.
Back away from him. I said, I'm going to go look for my daughter. I will kill you.
Go ahead.
He will. He will pull that trigger. He'll pull it. Don't think he won't pull it. Sam! Sorry.
I'm ready.
Woo!
Dije allá
my god. My heart is just broken.
Sé que crees que puedes sacarnos de aquí. Daniel, por favor, no hagas eso.
Mira, lo único que tengo que hacer ahora es decirles dónde están las
Oh my god.
y ellos me van a devolver a Ofelia.
Daniel.
Tú tienes las coordenadas.
Tengo una idea por dónde anda Dwight. ¿Qué estás haciendo?
His English is not as good as it used to be. You're gonna need me to translate.
Oh, she's trying the most. Oh, Luciana, you're trying.
Que el conocerte, el escucharte, me ha hecho sentir que no estoy sola. Y no quiero perderte, Daniel.
Oh, I'm getting emotional.
¿Tú de verdad sientes eso? La voy a encontrar y ninguno de nosotros volverá a estar solo.
All right, let's move. Both of you.
Stop it. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Okay. I'm holding it together. Oh, God. Wes!
What about Derek? What about you betrayed him?
So he was my friend and you killed him.
He was my brother.
Where are the weapons? Wait! What the hell? The old man wants to make a deal.
I know.
Ofelia,
Okay. Where is she?
she's in that yacht. The Abigail.
Yeah, I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, but I think you do. And I want my daughter back.
Can't we just go?
Wait. You're right. Yeah, we do have your daughter.
Now we can start talking. No sé lo que estoy haciendo.
Tienes razón. Tenemos a Regia en el barco.
¡Lo sabía! ¡Te lo dije! Espero que no le hayan hecho nada malo. Que no la hayan lastimado. Quiero verla.
If Daniel is actually faking them all out,
What's coming?
I'm gonna be so fucking impressed, and I'm always impressed by Daniel. If you don't give him Ofelia, which is gonna be kind of hard,
Te doy a tu hija.
he's gonna kill you a lot.
Que no puede regresar.
Like a lot. Sweetie.
¿Qué remedio me queda?
¿Estás seguro que son las correctas?
Sí. Son las correctas.
He's not sure though, so okay. What are you doing?
Si me mientes, todos ustedes, cabrón.
Okay. Threatening Daniel never goes well.
Right, fine.
I've always done what I needed to do. No one's gonna get hurt.
Él tiene razón, Daniel. Our people can get killed if these people get there
It's not
first.
gonna happen.
How do you know?
Because I gave him the wrong coordinates.
Exactly. Oh, I love
He
you. I
just
love
sent
you.
half of his people 20 miles in the wrong direction.
So let's have as many guards here.
Right. And without weapons, they can't stop us. I got it from that idiot when he shoved me against the wall.
I love you.
Very badly trained, these people. Pero cuando pienso en Ofelia rescatarla, todo se me aclara.
I mean, I trust Daniel wholeheartedly.
Back up. Is he even dead, lady? Did you check his
Oh, you're
pulse?
gonna die. You're gonna die a lot.
Shit.
That's what you get for calling me an old man. We are not going anywhere without Ofelia.
You
Okay.
hurt him. Take us to the yacht.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
It's the only way he will understand. So we can get out of here. Let's go.
I do get why Wes is frustrated, but
What was I talking about?
you guys know I'm Team Daniel until I die, so yeah.
Answer her.
Whatever.
Dead.
Be careful. Be careful. Okay. She's not there, sweetie.
Daniel. Daniel!
Oh boy.
Ofelia died in Mexico. You told me you buried her yourself.
Yes. Yes.
I'm sorry. She's gone.
Yeah, we need to leave. I know.
Tell her who I am. Apologize for my lies.
I know.
It wasn't my idea to lie to you. I didn't know what he was doing, I swear.
You went along with this.
Oh.
Why?
Wes, I knew your brother.
Wait, did you know I was at the oil field?
Shit!
What the hell, man?
That wasn't your call.
You're better off not knowing about your brother. The truth about people is always disappointing.
Oh my god.
¿Qué estás haciendo?
No nos vamos todavía.
He's lost it, Lucy. He's gonna get us killed.
¿Para dónde vas?
Arno tiene que pagar por lo que hizo.
Oh!
Y no quiero que tú me detengas. Yo volveré, te lo prometo.
Daniel.
Is he just gonna go like kill everybody and then come back and be like, all done? Like at this point, oh.
I'm sorry, Wes.
Yeah, he's not
I
doing
know what you were hoping he would tell you.
Because then we won't know.
No, oh, this breaks my heart. I don't, that really breaks my heart. I love Wes and I love Daniel and oh no. Did you have to say it like that? Oh, Daniel. Uh-oh.
Your mistake was lying to me.
You would do anything to protect your daughter. I was doing this thing to protect my people.
Oh my God, he's just gonna lower it. He's just gonna lower it. He's just gonna lower it.
I meant to tell you, your Spanish is very good.
Oh my God, Daniel! Oh no, God, oh God. Oh God.
You man didn't do this.
Wes,
Okay.
hey.
No new beginning. They're all gonna die because of you.
I'll make sure they're okay. I promise. But you have to tell me what's coming.
Wow.
So I can help them.
The dead in the pit. They're escaping.
Okay. Okay.
But he manipulated you. That's why you still need my help.
Okay.
You've seen it. And you're still here. Why?
We all make mistakes.
Oh.
Aunque no tengamos una relación de sangre, desde hoy somos familia.
Okay.
You don't think I can trust them?
Possibly not.
Ofelia. When I was trying to get her, suddenly everything became clear.
Daniel's not there any longer. He's gonna get himself killed.
You gotta be kidding me. I can't.
Wes,
Oh no.
Ophelia's alive. He told me where she is. Strand has her in the tower. Then you can lead all of these people and take the tower from Strand.
If this is another lie, it could break me for good.
No, we're not gonna, but no. Okay.
Are you sure?
It is true, Daniel.
And Ofelia, you and me will be together. Always.
Oh my goodness. I don't know how I feel about all of this. And it's just breaking my heart and then
They're ready to go. You say to each other, people are people.
What does that mean?
It means people suck.
ooh.
Strand. And what you just did is proof that y'all are no better than the rest of us.
I'm sorry, Wes. That's not what this is.
I'll take this. I'm not going with you.
Wes, don't do this.
Wes! Oh, I'm
I
sad.
feel like losing.
I'm really, really sad.
Where are you gonna go?
I can't be around somebody pretending to be something that they're not. You
Wow.
know exactly what you're doing.
They want to help us.
Hey,
Do
No, Wes.
they?
Well, now all we need to do is start planning how to overthrow Victor Strand.
Uh-huh. Wes.
So I want to make a deal.
Why would you want to make a deal with you?
Because I can help save this town.
Okay, well, I really loved this episode. It's bringing up a lot of stuff. There's a lot of gray areas going on. There's a lot, but I loved a lot about this episode. And you know, I'm trying not to be super biased because it's Daniel, and you guys know how I feel about Daniel. But I thought it was really good. Oh my goodness, I'm okay. My goodness, I don't even know where to begin. I will say that I'm actually pretty impressed with myself that I teared up a couple of times, but I didn't end up full on crying. People dealing with any sort of memory loss as getting older and stuff like that, specifically Alzheimer's, is something that's kind of very something that I've dealt with personally in my life, and it typically a lot of the times it can be very I can get triggered to cry a little bit more than normal because I've just seen things, and for it to be Daniel, you know, it's hard to watch sometimes. But I loved so much about this episode and about what was going on with this episode. I do love that somehow we were able to tap into Daniel being just an absolute savage, like we all know he is. I mean, I have loved Daniel's journey throughout this show. There's a reason he is my favorite character. But, you know, it's this I mean, when it comes to his family, he will do anything. I mean, look back at season 1 with that soldier. I mean, he will do anything. And I find it to be kind of interesting, if he has this goal to get to Ofelia, he will figure out very quickly how to get out of the situation. I totally understand what's his frustration, so I'll get to that. But there's something really interesting about how when you have this goal in mind, things become just a little bit clearer, or it's not do or die, but it's very, there's a focus that comes. Sometimes people say, you know, in very terrifying situations, they actually have more focus because everything's heightened, and your senses are heightened and everything like that. Now, I loved the fact that throughout that scene where he's basically giving the coordinates, you know, I'm personally myself wondering, like, he could be playing everybody here, which he kind of was. I mean, he did believe that Ofelia was in that boat, but he was not giving away the coordinates to get to her. He was not, you know, like anything like that. And I loved that he was like, you know, trust me. And it was that moment, I think he said to, like, during the negotiations or whatever, he said to, like, Luciana or something, something to the effect of, like, you need to trust me. And that was the moment where I was just like, oh, he's playing everybody. He's playing everybody. Even though he thinks Ophelia's in that boat, he's playing everybody. Whoo! I mean, so listen, there was some brutality from Daniel in this episode. With the slitting of that kid's throat, and then obviously Arno going, you know. Wow. You know, I'm just thinking about how many people Arno probably sent down there. And then when he's in there, he's don't do it. he was an interesting character. I didn't find him the most fascinating adversary of the show by any means. But I did find it kind of interesting that he really wanted to believe in something. And it was Teddy, and then I guess Alicia, and then he felt so burned from that, and that's, I mean, I talked about that in a couple of reactions ago, or whatever, but he was just, I feel like, always wanting to lead. He bought into this new beginning that it's a bunch of bullshit, honestly. And he kept trying to make that happen. But I'm not, I gotta say, not super sad that, not really sad that he will no longer be with us. That makes sense. Okay. The one thing that I do want to say about, I guess I'll go to Wes. I understand the frustration that Wes had. I also think, I know that he spent a decent amount of time with Daniel and everything like that. But I'm not entirely sure how much of that time he really got to see how ruthless Daniel can be. He doesn't, especially in the show, he doesn't always have that, and he's obviously dealt with some issues with the fact of how, ruthless he's been in his past, and not really being able to open up to Ofelia about it, but before she died and everything like that. But I think it was probably a little bit jarring, maybe, for Wes to see. He was there in the finale of the last season, where Daniel within a second just shot that guy right in the head when he found out that he was a traitor. He was just like, boop, done. So I mean, maybe a little bit, but and he probably knows a little bit about Daniel and everything like that. But I think Wes is genuinely. I don't think he's over everything that happened with his brother. And to see what happened to his brother specifically, I think he probably had this sort of relationship that, like, it's us against the world, and for his brother to sort of turn into what he did, and for Wes to have to, kill him. I think that's Wes is just dealing with the fact that he's realizing that a lot of people are just shitty people. And to see what Luciana did at the end, I think that he was a bit over it. He was over it for a lot of this episode, okay? They kept panning to Wes, and he looked over it the whole time. And I don't blame him, but, my heart's always with Daniel. But I love Wes. Wes is definitely, I really, really love his character. Now, I'm interested to see what's going to happen with the tower, with what's going on with that. Is Wes actually going to try to, like, strike a deal with Strand and make some, I don't know, to give him a leg up? That would be, it would be interesting. It would certainly be interesting. I'm not entirely sure he would do that. But there might be something. I'm going out on a limb here, but there might be something slightly comforting about Strand to Wes, and maybe even Daniel in a sense, that, they sometimes they do rather ruthless things, but they don't try to pretend to be anything other than what they are. You know? They're not kind of preaching this. We're all don't hurt anybody, don't kill anybody unless, you know, we find a reason to, you know, like there might be something to that. Maybe not. Maybe Wes is going to go there and try to find, I don't know, I mean, Charlie or June or Grace and figure something else out. I don't know. We've had a lot of people like kind of going into the tower that I feel like Strand probably shouldn't trust. So I don't know if they're going to keep going with that storyline. It's going to be interesting if somebody actually kind of goes and sides with Strand. And you guys know I'm not against Strand. You guys know I love Strand. Anyway, and the main thing that I wanted to talk about in this episode was Luciana. Luciana. Okay, I need to say something that is going to sound possibly a bit harsh. I feel like they haven't known what to do with Luciana since, like, her relationship with Nick. I feel like they kept trying to do different things with her throughout the show, and I felt like none of it really stuck or hit in the way that it should. That's my own opinion. I'm very sorry if you disagree. But whenever they would really focus on Luciana, it felt like it was one of those things that it wasn't really true to her character. It was just like, which I guess they haven't really elaborated on who her character was, but it felt like, let me see if I can explain this. We needed a character to do this part of the storyline, so we're going to give it to Luciana. I felt like that happened a lot. You know, stuff with like the plane, which, let's not talk about the plane, but you know, or her being so, I don't know. I mean, I just felt like that's kind of what has happened. And this felt, you know, whether you agree with what she did at the end or not, or whatever, I'll be interested to hear what you guys think, but it felt like they were actually writing for her and giving her something with this relationship with Daniel, and actually doing something, in my opinion, fairly interesting with the character. Again, I don't know if I agree with what she did at the end, but I am very happy that it seems like this is like, I felt like something that was actually really great for her character. Just writing wise. And what do you actually do? I mean, Daniel did prove in this episode that he, when has his eye on the prize, that he can really handle shit and he can do what he needs to do. And he was trained, and he's very good. He's good at what he does. Say that. And is, you know, she's willing to possibly sacrifice herself, her morals, and possibly Daniel. You know, because he said that if this is a lie, that it might break him, and you know, she's willing to possibly sacrifice all of that to get them into Strand's tower and get through this fight. I don't know. And it was definitely a tough decision to make, and something that she might regret, truly, and I think she knows that. I think she's aware of that. But it was interesting for her to sort of go through all of this and be kind of a support system for Daniel. I also liked the fact that, you know, he was always so scared of Ophelia really knowing who he was, right? And, or still is, I guess, but, you know, she let him know that she, you know, she didn't look at him any differently, and I thought that that was very sweet. They had some really wonderful moments in this episode. I like that, you know, she's doing, I think, let's, you know, barring possibly the last little bit, but she's done a really great job of handling his confusion, his things not, you know, the memory not being exactly what it used to be or anything like that. And I think she does a really, really good job at as she said in some, when they were talking about talking in Spanish or whatever, like grounding him and helping him through that. Now for her to do what she did in the end, I mean, I don't want to see Daniel broken by any means. And he'll always be kind of, you know, when I'm watching this, I mean, as a lot of us do when we have favorite characters, he'll always be kind of a top priority for me to want to be okay and stuff. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous about what that means for the future of his mental state, for the future of this fight. Because this is, I mean, it is a big gamble too, right, guys? Like, it's not, we don't know that Daniel's gonna, like, execute this plan just perfectly because he thinks Ophelia's in the tower. I mean, I understand the thought behind it for sure, but we don't know that, you know. If it does end up being a Strand versus Daniel showdown, I could be down for that. I know that they are 2 of my 3 favorite characters, so it doesn't bode well for me when they go head to head, but they haven't liked each other for a while. You know, like, they've had some good moments, they've got, you know, but, you know, Strand also shot him in the face, okay? So it's not like there's no history there. And then, I mean, also, Strand kind of kept Daniel from the Ophelia. I mean, there's stuff going on. There's history. I don't know. I mean, Daniel might not remember some of that history, but there was history, and I wouldn't be opposed if that's where they're heading with this. I'm not sure that they would do that. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see where it goes. But I love this episode. There was a lot of moments that were very uncomfortable for me. You know, like, there's a lot of gray areas and what do you do in certain situations? You know, as much as even when Wes was kind of annoyed that they had to go to the boat, which I totally get, Wes, I get it. But it's like, well, you wouldn't have even gotten out of the cell if it wasn't for Daniel to, you know what I mean? Like, and Daniel was doing the most to get them out of there. He really was. So, you know, as much as you could be frustrated, he is quite impressive. He is always impressive. That's all I have to say. I love him. I love him so much. And I'm nervous about what's to come with his character. I truly am. I will say I'm kind of happy that we ended up seeing Wes showing up at the tower. I don't know what that means for his character, and I don't know what his plans are. I won't, you know, don't want to speculate too much on that. But I was glad that it wasn't like, I'm just going to go, and then we never see him ever again. You know what I mean? I do realize, I think, as I've said before in some of the previous episodes, I do truly believe that we have some characters that have been introduced that we haven't focused on as much. And I think it would be good, especially for the second half of this season, to focus on and give some storylines to the characters that we actually have been following, as opposed to like bringing in this new person or this new group, or you know, whatever, as they brought in a new group at the end of the episode, but you know what I mean. Which I don't know about I don't know that Arno's people are just gonna be like, yeah, you killed our leader, but that's okay. And do they have the same resentment towards Alicia? I have questions. You know what I mean? Guys, I have questions. I'm not entirely sure we can entirely trust them. Right? Is that just paranoid me? Listen, I'm a fairly cautious person. Maybe I'm just paranoid, but I'm not convinced. Okay. All right. But I'm very excited to continue. I think that is about it. If you would like to support me on Patreon or subscribe, I would really appreciate it. But if not, I'm just happy that you are here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.